Ladies and gentlemen, we need to corner this Soros media. We need to make them declare themselves. And I want to tell you, viewers, just start by not giving them 1 rupee. If you have it in the past, viewers, take it back unless they declare why they took the money from Uncle Soros. Let's debate.
George Soros has come out of the closet.
Modi is silent on the subject, but he will have to answer questions from foreign investors and in Parliament. This will significantly weaken Modi's stranglehold on India's federal government and open the door to push for much-needed institutional reforms. I may be naive, but I expect a democratic revival in India.
But the ecosystem within still exists.
I mean, this has been going on for a decade. Okay, let's not have illusions about it. How some of this has a different variant, which is you will say something, there's an echo chamber, it'll be picked up outside, then you'll say, aha, see, they're saying it outside, that must be true. Then you will say it inside. So there's a ding-dong going on. See, look, this is a globalized world. People take that politics abroad. Politics of India doesn't stop at its borders. Sometimes politics of India doesn't even originate in its borders. It comes from outside.
There is an opaque media that preaches about independence, talks of disinformation, and propagates a subscription model.
Received funding in its initial round by a George Soros-linked investment fund. News website B received awards from press institutes that are funded by George Soros. Newspaper C has a publisher that is a member of a Soros-funded institute. News website D is backed by an investment fund linked to Soros' foundations. And news website E has a foreign player as a stakeholder, and the same player partnered with a Soros-linked organization in the past.
But the reality is something else. They take money from subscribers, but is it all to veil the Soros hand? Tonight, the Soros media must come clean. Let's debate.
Rahul Singh, should the Soros media identify themselves, or should we have to name and shame them? I think they should identify themselves. No, there's nothing to be ashamed of having taken a lot of money from Uncle Soros. What do you think, Rahul? Rahul?
I am not part of the Soros media. I have never met Soros. So I will tell you basically what I have read in the papers about George Soros. He was a Holocaust victim. He began his life as a railway porter in the USA. He is now a US citizen. He is an admirable success story. I don't know why he is being vilified. I would just like to repeat what our
first of all, you know, you are Rahul, listen, I like you, but I like you, but I cannot allow you to indulge in fake propaganda and disinformation on my program. As anybody with any
why do you call it fake propaganda?
May I substantiate my point?
I'm an independent journalist.
May I substantiate my point? Now there are. I'm not saying that you've been paid, but you may have been misled, because he's not a Holocaust victim. He is a person who went around persecuting Jews by joining hands with the Nazis, and he went around rounding up Jews along with the Nazis, and therefore playing an active role in sending them to concentration camps. Later, when he was asked, did you feel bad about what you did? He said, I didn't feel the slightest bit of guilt in sending people to concentration camps. Effectively.
He never sent anybody to concentration camps.
Oh, there you are now. Read up a little bit more on it. 1 minute. Now, anyway, we're not going off subject.
Give me evidence.
We're not going off subject. Saurabh.
Anyway,
Saurabh, you worked with some of the leading publishers in the country. Now you run your own website and news organization.
You know, there is a pattern of sorts by usual suspects. Arnab, the problem is there is a strong leader in India that's obviously rattling a lot of people across the globe, and there seems a pattern of sorts where they try to do a hatchet job. The problem lies in the fact that they don't want to see India's rise.
No, one
India's rise
point.
is a power
Lokesh, 1 minute. Lokesh.
A power which is a new India.
Lokesh, I'm moving really fast. Lokesh, I'm moving really fast. I'm going to Sandeep next. Sandeep, Soros Media. Those who've taken money directly through escrow accounts, foreign RTGS transfers directly, check payments, and otherwise, in either equity or debt financing from Soros. And the fact is that these are the people who say we have no money and you must pay to keep the news free. Now, is it ethical of these organizations to do that after taking money from Uncle Soros?
See, there are 2 points to it. I'm very amused when somebody calls themselves independent media.
Yeah.
I have never understood this whole meaning of independent media. What do they mean by independent media? If someone is allegedly, allied to one political party, they are not independent. But someone takes money from Soros or whichever undisclosed source, they suddenly become independent.
Yeah.
Let me tell you this second thing, Arnab, as a chartered accountant of 40 years standing, this kind of what is called, crowdfunding is the oldest trick in the book of, how to legitimize all kinds of shady money. How many people, assuming everybody donating 5 rupees, it will not pay for the wardrobe costs of some of your peers in the field you and I know of. Okay, so let's not pull wool over anybody's eyes. They receive funding from somewhere or the other. I'm not saying that there's nefarious funding or sinister funding. That's different. So if you are taking from someone money, why can't you come up front and say, yes, I have been taking money from so and so, and fine, I'm taking a call and I'm supporting them. You don't disclose that, but you write reams and reams of data to justify a Soros, call him a Holocaust victim when he's just the opposite. He sacrificed so many people saying that he is a Jew, he's a Christian, Catholic. And you're whitewashing it, saying that. And that is not hypocrisy, that is, I think, fraud.
Now, see, what happens is, I'll tell you one thing. I'll give you an example.
A quick rejoinder, please.
Abhishek, one line. Can I just add one line? I am not happy when these media use these quote-unquote subscriptions as a garb to distract from the fact that they have taken money from Soros. You can't do this, Abhishek. You cannot say that we are independent media house when you have received funding from an investment fund, which is in turn majorly funded by George Soros and George Soros linked financial groups directly instead. You can't do that. And my essential point is this, my essential, it's not about ideological comradeship. It's about the money. Follow the money.
Absolutely.
Yes, Abhishek.
It's about the money. I agree with you. I absolutely agree with you. It's about the money. There's a gentleman named Dhruva Jaishankar. You know who he's related to. I don't have to go into details. Dhruva Jaishankar started his career at the Aspen Institute. And the Aspen Institute has been funded directly by George Soros. Directly by George Soros. So if Dhruva Jaishankar has taken money from George Soros, and that makes him guilty by association, then perhaps he has something to answer for. So it's as simple.
May I answer that?
Dhruva Sanju can answer that.
From plenty of such
Sanju can answer that.
In the United States.
Sanju can answer that.
Yeah, please, Sanju, please.
Please,
Sanju,
okay. Let me just say this. Arnab, what I find very disconcerting, I mean, you clearly said George Soros was a Nazi collaborator. He was not a Holocaust victim. Let's get that very clear. And if you have any doubts, please go and see that CBS 60 interview. Abhishek, stop.
Why has Dhruva Jaishankar taken money from George Soros?
Why is this man getting so rattled? Can you please ask this man to shut up for a while? I did not heckle you. Can you show some decency?
Why has Dhruva Jaishankar taken money
from
from George Soros?
Can you show some decency? Can you show some decency
without
behaving in a moronic way on national television? Can you show some decency?
Why has the son of the External Affairs Minister taken money from George Soros?
Who the hell are you?
Those who live in glass houses shouldn't throw stones.
Party.
I'm Abhishek Sudhir, citizen of India.
Only Arnab Goswami gets you on his
Do you want to see my Aadhaar card?
Dhruva Jaishankar
Why has Dhruva Jaishankar taken money from George Soros?
Dhruva Jaishankar is currently an executive director with ORF.
Excuse me, he started his career at the Aspen Institute. Are you denying he did not start his career at the Aspen Institute funded by George Soros?
Foundation, what was he doing in Rahul
Are you
Gandhi's
saying that George Soros did not fund the Aspen Institute where Dhruva Jaishankar started his career?
Can we discuss Harsh Mandar?
Dhruva Jaishankar started his career at the Aspen Institute funded by George Soros.
Can we discuss Amrit Singh, the daughter of Manmohan Singh, who continues to be employed
Go
by
ahead.
the Open Society
Also discuss Dhruva
Foundation?
Jaishankar.
Please discuss
Also discuss
Amrit
Dhruva
Singh.
Jaishankar.
She's currently an employee of Open Society
Please, by
Foundation.
all
Let's
means.
not discuss ex-employees. Let us discuss Amrit Singh, the
If you
current
take money from
employee
George Soros,
of
you're
Open
guilty.
Society
So talk about
Foundation,
Jaishankar.
a George Soros entity.
Now,
And Dhruva Jaishankar is not answerable.
He
to
is
nothing
funding the
into
son of the EAM.
one minute. See,
Talk about the Aspen Institute.
1 minute. Abhishek. Just 1 minute, please. Sandeep is saying something, and Sushil needs to come in. 1 minute. Sandeep is saying something. Sushil needs to come in. Sandeep is in flow. Sushil is coming in. I'm letting him come into flow. But I want to say one thing before you come in out here. See, Dhruva Jaishankar presently is, I think, heading the North America side of the Observer Research Foundation. Right? Observer Research Foundation, which is a think tank.
Exactly.
Which is a think tank. And this think tank organizes the Raisina dialogues. Okay? And there is a person called Samir Saran who heads the think tank in India, as far as I know. And this particular think tank
He started his career at the
one minute.
Aspen Institute.
Now listen, you started your career in the Samajwadi Party.
Arnab, can I?
Now that got you there. Okay, one is Sushil's responding to the debate.
Okay.
Sushil, I want the focus brought back.
So?
Brought back. Got you there. I'm saying out here, Sushil,
Yes.
the focus needs to be
Samajwadi
on
is not funded by
the
Soros.
Soros media. They don't want the focus on the Soros media because this is hitting them, because they have lied to people that we have no money, give us 100 rupees. They've been happily taking hundreds of thousands and millions of dollars from the Soros group, directly or indirectly, Sushil. That's the bullseye.
Absolutely. And how they are
Now,
trying to
why am
distract
I
you
here?
from that bullseye is
I'm not
by
part of
giving
the
you a
Soros
brain-dead
movement. Why am I
question
here?
like, if George Soros has given an endowment to Harvard University, then successive generations of students in Harvard University and entire faculty there stands cancelled. If they give a donation of $1 million to Oxford or a
This is an
Cambridge,
asinine
then
argument.
entire
It's a
academia of
nonsensical
Oxford
argument
and
then.
Cambridge stands
To say
cancelled.
anybody who has
This
taken
is
money
the
from
kind
him
of
is
brain-dead
anti-India.
logic they give you.
It's a nonsensical
Brain dead
argument.
logic, he's saying the debate is really on tonight, viewers.
I'm not saying Dhruva Jaishankar is anti-India.
Absolute brain-dead logic.
I'm not saying Dhruva Jaishankar is anti-India.
There's no, it's
But
not
you are-
Sushil is on the debate.
Soros is
Sushil.
funding an institute and belonging to an institute. You are
You are
funding
tying
an
yourself up in
institute
knots.
and somebody works in that
If
institute.
you take money from Soros,
And this is how
are
you create
anti-India?
guilt
No,
by association. It's brain-dead logic. It is idiotic
You are
with
creating the
capital
guilt by
I.
association, not me.
Okay? Please get your facts.
You are creating the guilt by association,
no,
not me.
this is the kind
Sushil
of,
is on the debate. Sushil.
if you are directly
Sushil.
funding media in India.
Sushil's coming in. Sandeep's
if
really
you are
on the debate.
directly
Both of them on
funding
both sides
media in
tonight.
India, if you are funding media awards, if you are funding media awards and give those awards to your chosen journalists, if you are funding media big time and that media does your bidding by destabilizing governments, destabilizing institutions, leave currencies completely
Why is
destroyed
the
in their trail.
I think the most dangerous
that is
thing.
when you are subversion.
EAM has worked for
You
so
are
No,
subversion
1 minute,
at that
1 minute.
time.
Now, I think Syed Aslam, 1 minute. Syed Aslam, the most dangerous thing is when people take money, regardless of the consequences. Viewers, the Soros media is so greedy. I'll tell you one thing, Syed. They are so greedy that, first of all, they are liars. They say we don't have money. You must subscribe and allow us to continue. Viewers, that's such a sham. Secondly, many of them have taken money through investment funds linked to the Soros Foundation, right? And their shareholder pattern has not been made public. Most importantly, they do articles on the ownership patterns of others. Now, everyone knows that ownership is also in the form of debt. We recently saw Lutyens' channel being taken over by the Adani Group. Now, why did Adani Group take over NDTV? Because the NDTV was in debt. I mean, the promoters of NDTV were in debt. Right? So there was an indirect form of ownership through maybe a convertible share which was in the back. But any businessman who gives money to anyone, including those who originally gave money to NDTV, there's nothing called a free lunch. They've got a document at the back, Sandeep, which says at any point of time we want to turn our debt into equity, we can. 1 minute. They want to turn the debt into equity, they can. How do I know that Soros does not have a convertible instrument at the back while giving debt financing to certain Indian media organizations? Which means he's got them by the scruff of their little neck. Sandeep, Saurabh. He's got them by the scruff of their neck, the Soros media. The greedy Soros media.
The entire nation
I could
has
understand.
observed in the last 8 years, any journalist or any media channel which has been critical to the government have been
No, don't give me that.
False narrative.
That's so boring. That's so boring, man. That's a boring argument.
The question is very simple. The question is very simple. You want to demean and defame the journalists who are being critical and criticizing the
They have
government.
demeaned themselves by taking money from Soros Mama.
Now, well, it is not about Soros. Nobody's interested in knowing what Soros
Why
is selling
Soros
or
Mama
what
giving them money?
saying. We are asking, as a responsible opposition, we are asking.
I am asking. No, what are you asking?
You don't want
Sandeep, it's a big debate. Sandeep and Saurabh.
No, the point is, you're saying Soros.
How
If
there
tomorrow,
is an exponential growth in Adani when someone is questioning the government.
No, if
you want to
instead
set up
of
a false
Soros
narrative,
Mama,
who is
Soros
interested
uncle,
in Soros?
Uncle
Nobody's
D,
interested in Soros, sir.
if Uncle
Nobody's
D were
interested in
to
Soros.
fund a media
Nobody's
house, wouldn't
interested
you
in hidden
question?
wealth. You answer
Uncle D from Dubai, if he's funding a media house, wouldn't you question?
We are asking about
The
India.
point is,
Sir,
what
can you
Abhishek is
answer?
saying,
Sir,
I would have
can you
understood if
answer?
Dhruv Shankar,
How did Adani have an exponential growth from
Arre,
40,000
fine,
crores to
Adani
4 lakh crores
Adani
today?
is not having tainted money,
Without the
yaar.
support of the government.
Adani is not trying to do a regime change.
How did
Adani
have
is
a
not
growth
trying to
of
say that, I'm trying to get out of...
40,000
Viewers, this is it's a serious
This
matter.
is totally absurd. I will take Abhishek's point of Dhruv Jaishankar. If Dhruv Jaishankar was opening a channel or an NGO, taking money from Soros, I would grant him the point. But if somebody is working for X company and that company has taken a finance and he was an employee
Rahul is
there
on
for
the
a
debate.
bit,
Rahul and Abhishek.
that is a very different
Rahul and
issue.
Abhishek, we are on the debate. 1 second.
You cannot
One
link.
minute.
But the point
Opening
we are
lines
making
right
is
now.
Sushil
Chirag
and
Shah is
me have
calling
been
in.
the media business.
Chirag Shah, on air,
the
please.
kind of money with 5 rupees, you can't even run a newspaper for one day.
That is the point.
So obviously people
that is
running
the point.
it.
That is the point. And
Is Soros media different from Lutyens media?
So we are clear here. There's a Soros media, there's a non-Soros media. The Soros media is saying don't question us. Saurabh, they're saying don't question us. We have taken money from Soros, but it's none of your business. We will continue to preach to you.
There is a certain agenda that is being run. There is a certain kind of media outlets which are being funded. And obviously there's the pattern of sorts. So clearly there has to be transparency and there must be a full audit of why is that certain media companies are getting funded by this gentleman. What is the agenda? What is the deeper game plan?
No,
a
Soros media lied to you is my next point. Chirag Shah from Mumbai is calling. Chirag, I want to share something with you. The Soros media lied to you. They keep saying they are independent and they take no money from anyone but subscribers. But the truth is that they are huge beneficiaries of George Soros and his allies. One particular Soros media outlet which claims to be independent and keeps calling for subscriptions to run themselves, in 2014 was reported to have taken money from a Soros-funded group. Then the CEO of this Soros media outlet said, we cannot disclose the deal size. Now that's a very interesting thing out here. They say we cannot disclose the deal size, which means they want to keep it secret, Chirag. What do you think?
No, so first things first, I think I saw Mr. Rahul Singh, I think opening this debate, from your panelists. And he was talking about Mr. Soros being a Holocaust victim. I think, Mr. Soros is as much a Holocaust victim as Mr. Sujan Singh or Mr. Sobha Singh were the victims of the tyranny of the British. So I think this, this entire sense of, sense of entitlement
Can you have
and
full
funding
Why are you getting
is kind of.
personal? What is
No,
the Holocaust victim?
One minute. Can I have
got?
Chirag, 1 minute. He's responding
my
to you.
family?
Chirag, he's saying that you
Why are you
personal
comparing
on
the
him.
two?
He's saying that you don't need to
I find
allude
that
to the
offensive,
fact that a
totally
family members,
offensive.
that is family member. Why you attack? Can I have him full frame, please? Thank you so much, directors. He's saying, Chirag.
Why are you getting personal and attacking
Why you
my
attacking?
family?
No, there's nothing.
What nonsense?
No, there's nothing personal.
Arnab,
There's nothing personal.
You should allow this.
Calling somebody who profited from a Holocaust,
You're
like
talking
Mr.
about,
George Soros.
You're talking about my father
calling
and
him a
my
victim.
grandfather. You're talking my father and my grandfather and comparing them to the Holocaust victim. What nonsense?
No,
is
no.
this
So what are we
going on?
talking about here, Mr. Singh? Don't keep saying nonsense. The fact simply is this: your family, they were contractors to the British.
You're talking
Your family made
absolute
money out
rubbish.
of that.
Oh.
You profited
What
from
has that got
those
to do with this
Sushil
debate?
and Rahul.
What has that got to do with this
Similarly,
debate?
they are
saying-
What
similar.
has that
Mr.
got
George
to
Soros,
weren't the Bidlas and Tatas working for the British?
By standing
Weren't the-
witnesses
He
against
admittedly
Tatas
profited
and
from the
Bidlas working
Holocaust.
for
by
the
standing
British?
witnesses against
Also,
Bhagat Singh.
Sushil
What
and
nonsense
Rahul
is
are on
that?
the screen
Why are you
50-50 right
talking
now.
about
Chirag,
such
By standing
nonsense?
witnesses against Bhagat Singh.
who stood witnesses against Bhagat Singh?
It's
Sushil?
not
to do
about
with
your
that?
grandfather. It's about people who stood witnesses against Bhagat Singh. Those who
nonsense.
undermined India's freedom struggle by collaborating with the British. It may be about your grandfather, but it is about our freedom struggle. It is about our revolutionaries who were
Are
hung
we
by
talking
the
about
noose
George
because of their
Soros
testimonies.
or about my family? Are we talking about George Soros or about my family?
We are drawing parallels. It was
Yeah.
about parallels. Like George Soros
There's
was
no
never
parallel.
a victim of Holocaust.
There's no parallel at all.
Never. He was a Nazi collaborator.
parallel at all.
He was a Nazi collaborator.
parallel at all.
Like we have had British
Mr. Rahul
collaborators.
Singh's family
Like
was a
we've
British
had
collaborator.
collaborators with British imperialism.
Yes.
I was a British
Absolutely.
collaborator, was I? Thank you.
Was a British
I was a
collaborator.
British collaborator, was I? I was a British collaborator.
Your
was
ancestors
I?
were.
Your family.
Is that what you're saying? I was a British collaborator.
Your ancestors.
Yeah.
They profited
Were the
from it.
Tatas and the
you
Bidlas
profited
British
from that
collaborators?
wealth. You profited
Were the
from the wealth
Tatas
of your
and Bidlas
ancestors.
British collaborators?
You profited from the wealth of your ancestors.
Were the Tatas and Bidlas
You
British
profited from the
collaborators?
wealth of your ancestors.
Were anybody who was an entrepreneur under British,
Viewers, I want to tell you
Please get the debate.
another bit of information. Chirag came in really aggressive on the debate. My God, when I open lines nowadays, some of the panelists really get hit hard by some of the. I must just say this: do I agree or disagree,
were the
Shobha?
Tatas and Bidlas British collaborators?
Well, Rahul, I'll tell you one thing. I'm not going to make a single comment on your
Were the
family.
Tatas and Bidlas
I will not make a
British
single. I will,
collaborators?
Rahul. I promise you, I will not make a single comment on whether any members of your family were loyal contractors of the British and whether they made financial. I will never refer to the fact whether they financially benefited from accruals from the British because of beneficial business collaborations.
Gentleman, does he think that?
Make a quick rebuttal.
Can I ask one question?
Debate is
Can I
on
ask
track
one
tonight.
question?
Srikant's
I want
calling
to
in from
ask this
Hyderabad.
person who said, were the
Hey, hi.
Hi, Srikant. How are you doing, man? This is a really aggressive debate. How are you doing?
Oh my God! I mean, this is first of all, I'm really overwhelmed with joy, seriously, because I'm talking to Arnab Goswami, seriously. I'm a very big fan of you, seriously, and very big fan of Republic.
Srikant.
And the kind of efforts, the service you are giving for this country, I can tell you, this is amazing.
Please stop the
You,
flattery.
whatsoever it is,
Please
you are
stop
the
the
rock solid
flattery.
person,
Please
Arnab.
stop the
Seriously, I'm
flattery.
telling you, you are an amazing guy. I mean, yeah, you made my day talking to
Thank
you
you,
today.
Srikant. Thank
Seriously, every day, it's not a day which
enough of
I
flattery.
don't watch your debates. And you are so inspirational to many people, I'm telling you.
Enough of flattery.
People who believe in honesty, you are the guy.
Well, thank you
Enough
so
of
much.
flattery.
No, I'm not getting
Thank you.
flattered.
Enough
Srikant,
of
I've not
flattery.
planted.
Enough.
Rahul, I've not planted
May I come in
Srikant
on
on the
that?
debate. He just happened
And,
to come on here. Please.
Arnab, I'm sorry,
you
Arnab,
encourage
seriously,
such
I'm telling
flattery.
you.
You encourage such
And I would like to tell one more thing. I have not tried in any of the debates. Why I have tried only today, I tell you, because the subject line says media, Soros media. So media means actually, you know what? A country can be broken, a country can be made through the media. So if the media is strong, the country will be strong, the culture will be strong, people will be strong. I request each and every person who are connected to this, I mean, we should look at the country first of all, because the country comes and after that anything comes in the picture. So I don't know what is the integrity, what is the significance of Soros for country, India country, because he's nowhere. There are so many people told great things about the country and PM, but why all those are not taken into the consideration? There is a person who is tormenting Harry. I mean, there is a person called Soros. He told something. I mean, I don't really understand. We have to understand the gravity of the situation. We have GDP. We have so many measuring scales which we are clearly, indicating the country's economic financial growth. And we are top 4 or top 5.
But you know,
very soon we'll be coming to top 3.
Srikant, on this subject itself, right now out here, I think it's relevant because I'll say one point out here, right? These websites, Srikant, take very moralistic positions. Thank you for everything you said about me. I can tell you one thing. It's very easy to get foreign money if you want to run a media organization in this country. Please, if Sandeep knows this, anyone who's in business knows this, if the Republic Media Network wants to raise $100 million from foreign funds, it's very easy to do it. But we have taken a vow not to take a single percentage of foreign holding, in Republic Media Network. I'm proud of that. Though you're allowed up to a certain percent, we don't take it. Question is, Soros has given the money. And all I'm asking for is disclosure. What is wrong, Lokesh and Sanju, in asking for disclosure? Disclose how much money you took. Then let people decide.
First, the Prime Minister needs to disclose that how has he spent 6,500 crores in
I think that's silly,
and print media in the last 8 years. Will the Prime Minister answer this? That what has been the pattern of all the expenditure that he incurred in the form of 6,500 crores?
The Prime Minister.
I don't think you read the budget documents, my friend. You should read the financial statements. Sanju is on the debate. Disclosure is my subject, Sanju.
So Arnab, let us be very clear. I think the most sensible statement. Arnab, can you please ask this guy to keep quiet, because I did not heckle him. You get this career heckling every day.
Nobody is heckling you.
Thank you.
Let him continue, Lokesh. 1 minute.
Arnab, please ask this man to
Lokesh, it's a hot debate. Lokesh, please.
Thank you. Arnab, I think the most sensible statement on today's debate was made by Sushil Pandit. It is absolutely asinine to say, because Soros say he funded somebody at Harvard, or he funded somebody at Yale, or he funded somebody at Aspen.
Yeah.
The point which we are missing is that were the funds that were given by Soros via debt financing, convertible debentures or equity or any other mode to certain Indian media entities, was it used for nefarious purposes, including Hindu-phobic, anti-India material?
Yes.
That is the moot point. The point is not that Soros gave us $1 billion. The point is, was that $1 billion used for an anti-India campaign?
I want to ask.
The campaign is anti-India campaign.
I want to ask.
Want an answer?
I want to ask. I want to ask.
Whereby he called for.
I want to ask. I want to ask. I want to ask Saurabh, who runs a digital news organization. Saurabh, this funding from Soros, it's not a small thing, is it? How are websites trying to conceal it?
I'll tell you, Arnab, one of the biggest things that has come out of this debate is that there has to be a transparency.
Exactly.
Any website which is trying to raise funds from people, they must disclose what is their connection with Mr. Soros and the funds. Because as I was saying earlier, there is certainly an agenda that is being driven. Why is that only a certain kind of websites and certain kind of media organizations?
No, why do they not have a disclosure? You see, the thing is, the thing is today, when NDTV does a story on Adani, they always say, we are a Adani group company. Similarly, if these websites do articles on features promoting Soros or supporting Soros, they must say, we have taken money from Soros. They can just say,
Editors Guild of India.
They can say we are Soros Media. Ladies and gentlemen, Soros Media. Tell me what you think of the Soros Media. Tomorrow in my continuing commentary on the subject, if you write to me using the hashtag or on an email or a contact list, I will take some of your feedback on what you think of the Soros Media. I like to throw the mirror at these people. Viewers, they are so unethical. They spread so much disinformation. We love showing the mirror to them so they know who they really are and you know who they really are. See you tomorrow. Good night and goodbye.
Amity faculty have filed over 1700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you are being... Chief Minister, you are...
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்தோடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also, who has brought it to the national attention.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being...
People will teach you lesson in 2024. The Alliance government will come in center. Congress will lead.
Amity faculty have filed over 1700 patents. Yet another reason why Amity has been conferred with the National Intellectual Property Award by Government of India for being the top Indian academic institution for patents and commercialization.
What does the Hanuman with his mace and that tail signify on the tail wing of the HLFT 42? What is that?
It signifies strength.
There has been a lot of controversy about the picture of Hanuman which was present there, which has now been removed now, which shows that the storm is coming as well. The HLFT 42, there was a picture of Lord Hanuman there, creating a lot of controversy. It was in theme with the design of the structure, but why the sudden decision by the HAL to remove it?
No, it was in theme. It has nothing, no specific reasons for putting it over there.
What made them get so defensive and change their mind to the point of erasing the Hanuman logo? You can't remove a logo of a god. The Hanuman logo must be brought back.
Chief Minister, you're being accused by the opposition that you are breaking up communal polarization. Chief Minister, you're being... Chief Minister,
இது நடந்துட்டு அப்புறம் இவங்க சின்ன சாமி எடுத்த உடனே செருப்பு எடுத்து கையில காமிச்சிருக்காருக்கா.
I would like to compliment Republic TV, especially from yesterday. You have taken it up in a big way, and thanks to Arnab ji also.
From the Mumbai studios of Republic TV, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.